And we're starting off with Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, it's a fucking onion turtle thing. Onion dinosaur. It's like you could probably put it in the palm of your hand. You just step on it. You just step on it. It's gonna crunch like the sound of like a head of lettuce getting smushed. It's not gonna be that hard. Ivysaur, probably a little bit harder because it's a little bit bigger. But at the same time, I mean, dude, it's literally, you can just, both are stand a chance, I think, actually. Because I think with its bigger stance, its bigger, move set, it might be able to hit a couple things, probably a lot more well-trained. Venusaur will just sit on me, so there's really no hope there. Charmander has fire, so obviously fire, a lot harder for a flesh-based person to go up against some fire bastard, but I do think it literally just looks like a cancer patient, so I don't think there's gonna be that much of a problem. Charmeleon, a little bit probably a lot harder, honestly. Dude's got fire. You're gonna point your head, so I can't just like hit him in the back of the head till he gets a concussion, so I can't do that. Charizard, he's a fucking dragon. I don't think it needs to go without saying. There's nothing else to say. Squirtle, turtle, tiny ass turtle, water turtle at that. It's gonna try to spit bubbles at me while I'm just smacking it in the face. It's gonna hide in its shell. I'm gonna throw its shell into the street. It's gonna get hit by a car. It's fine. War turtle, same premise, exactly the same premise. It's just a little bit bigger. So you know what? A little bit bigger. Can't stand it. It's not as much of a difference as Bulbasaur to Ivysaur, I think. But yeah, War Turtle's not standing a fucking chance. Dude's got a little tail. It looks like it's made of bubbles. I can just rip that thing off and just start using it to scrub my body after I just worked on murdering its friend. And then we got Blastoise over here. What do you think? Okay, Blast got pretty big cannon. Water hurt Caterpie. Oh, then there's no shot. Just kidding. Fucking cat. If I could just step on something to kill it, it is going into pokey fucked territory. Alright? This thing, you can step on it. Butterfree, it'll fly around, but if I can grab it by its wings, I can throw it down and step on it. Still a little bit more difficult though. Weedle, can't really step on that. It's got two pointy ends. So what am I gonna do there? I'm just gonna smush it. I'm gonna grab it in my hands, go. It's gonna freaking squash it like a tomato, like a cherry tomato. Kakuna, way less threatening than Weedle because there's no big pointy thing. Bees, Beedrill, I don't know if I'm allergic to bees or not. But it's a pretty big bee with a lot of big pointy things. That kind of sucks. Pidgey, it's a bird. First of all, is it hard to get a bird out of the air? Probably. But if it's charging at me, I'm sure I can probably just grab it by the wings and just start smacking it into the freaking ground, freaking proper blade and sorcery style. Just grab its own by both shoulders and slamming him into the ground and hitting him in the wall. Completely doable. Pidgeotto, bigger bird, bigger problem, but at the same time, if I can get it, then I can get it. I'll probably put it in above a standing chance because I think I think they're probably about the same. It's a fatter bird. So it's gonna hurt a bit more, but also I feel like that gives me more of a target to start punching. Pretty easy. Rat with bigger teeth. Oh, but then we got this freaking bird. Same premise as Pidgey. It's literally just a color swapped Pidgey sort of thing going on. Who cares? He's gonna go and fuck it up. You're gonna fuck it up really good. Fearo's got a neck made for strangling. It comes at you, you just grab it on the neck, you slam it down, you just tug a little bit, neck snap, it's dead. Fearow is not a problem in the world. Ekans, rattlesnake, obviously pretty deadly. If it gets a bite on you, you're done for. But if you can just grab it by the neck and again just strangle it, smack its head into the ground, you've got it. Arbok, much wider head, much harder to do that. Honestly, I don't think I stand a chance against Arbok. I don't think there's any hope. Pikachu, it's got some zaps, but you know what? It's a fucking rat. It's literally just a shocky Rattata. Who cares? It's not gonna be that hard. Raichu, much bigger threat as such. Sandshrew, it's made out of rock. Actually, it's gonna hurt. I can't punch that. I'll need to keep hitting it with a shoe. Even then, I don't even think it can hit me with anything. So I think we're on pretty fair playing ground. Sandslash, there's no shot. There's no shot on beating a Sandslash. It's pointy on every end except for the front, which has a bunch of spikes protecting it, with being its hands and legs. So I don't think there's a chance there. Nidoran female, just a stupid little guinea pig looking thing. Of course it's gonna get its ass beat. This thing, bigger, more spikes, more problems. Nidoqueen, it will just, it's gonna vor me. Look at that mouth. That is a mouth with no teeth made for swallowing opponents whole. I don't stand a chance. Maybe if I like punch it, maybe those yellow spots are its tits and I can just smack them both and that's like a weak spot or something. I don't know. But then we have the same premise here. It does have a little bit of a pointy bit on the head, but it's the same friggin' thing. These are all the same friggin' thing, except for Nidoking. Nidoking would absolutely just fucking destroy me. There's no weak spot on that. It doesn't have a penis. There's nothing to do. I can never get these ones right. This is Clefairy. This is Clefable. Probably. It's like a small child. There's nothing stopping me from beating up a small child now. I can go do that now. Same thing with Jigglypuff. I can go beat them up now. Wigglytuff too. I don't think any of them are that much of a problem. But Clefable's good. I don't know. She's bigger. It'd be a bit more of a challenge. But I still think I've got it in the bag. Vulpix Firefox, literally an internet browser. Do you think I am afraid of the internet? I'm using the internet, but I still think it has fire, so it would probably hurt a little bit. Same thing with Ninetales, except a lot more tails. You know, not much to go off of there. Zubat, it can't see. If I don't make sound, you know what's gonna happen? Nothing. It's gonna fly away, admit defeat, because it doesn't even know I'm there. Golbat has eyes, can see me, making it a lot more of a threat, to be completely honest with you. Also has really big teeth, but if I can just grab it by its wings and slam it down to the ground, I can destroy it. Oddish. Oddish, it's literally a radish, and I guess a radish? I don't honestly know. Blue Radish, plant, gloom. This thing's already asleep. I'm just gonna frickin' pop its little head balls and it's gonna frickin' explode and die. I'm not afraid of that. Vileplume, it's a flower. I go into my shed, grab a weed whacker, it's done for. As long as I get the open opportunity. So you know what? We'll throw it in there. Because if I see an opportunity to get a weed whacker, and that thing's freaking done. He's destroyed. This thing's got pincers, this thing's got shrooms. It's gonna get me high, and I'm gonna get really confused and afraid. But I think I can take it down if I can get there beforehand. Parasect, I don't think there's much of a shot. Much bigger. It's also just got way more drugs. It's infected. It's gonna infect me. So maybe I won't even die if it kills me. It'll just turn me into it, and I'll still be alive. Who knows? I don't. I haven't fought a Parasect, and I don't think any of you have either. Venonat, tiny fuzzball, just get out of the way. Venomoth, slightly more threatening, but not by much. It's a moth. You just freaking put a light to it, and it goes towards the light, and you grab by the wings and slam it down onto the floor. What's it gonna do? Nothing. That's right, nothing. Diglett, it's whack-a-mole. You ever heard of, literally, one of the key games of childhood has trained you exactly how to deal with this son of a bastard, and that's grab a hammer and bonk. Just get it out of there. Just destroy it. Just get rid of it. We don't need it. It's unnecessary. Dugtrio, it's just round 2 of whack-a-mole. That's not scary at all. It's fine. Meowth, it's a cat. It's got claws. Honestly, probably put up a fair fight. It's got a fucking coin on its head. Maybe it'll waggle it at me, and I'll be like, ooh, shiny. And yeah, get distracted. This thing, bigger cat. Yeah, I mean, if I have like the right timing, maybe, but I don't think I'm gonna win against that thing. Psyduck, it's a duck. It's always in a state of concussion. I think I'll be fine. Golduck, it's got weird hands, big beak, much scarier. Put it in A. Mankey, it's a monkey. It's a monkey with fighting spirit though. So if it gets in a position, it can definitely whop me in the head a few times and take me out. But I can just grab it by the arms while it's doing that and slam it into the ground. Then it's got a tail, it'll wrap it around me and it'll start punching my gut. It'll be a fun fight. A fair and a fun fight. I feel like there could be a lot of twists on both of our ends. This thing will absolutely destroy it. It's literally just a Venonat, but with muscles, which makes it all the more terrifying to fight. Growlithe, this thing will lure me in with a sense of false security, and then it will breathe fire on my face, but it is about the same as Vulpix. Arcanine, though, is a much different story. It is a tiger made of fire. There is no beating a tiger made of fire. I dare you to beat a tiger made of fire. This thing hasn't even evolved. It is literally just a little thing in the water, not that afraid. And all of these have severe weaknesses, but this one does have bigger muscles. But they all have one big weakness, and that's that stupid little swirly stomach. You punch right in the middle of that, and boom! It's like the freaking game where you throw a ball at the target, and if it hits, you dunks into the water. That thing's getting knocked out ASAP. Abra, it's a small child. It can teleport, so what? What else is it gonna do? I grab it by the tail right before it teleports, and I fling it into the air and slam it on the ground. Kadabra's got a spoon. It can, if with enough force, it can absolutely jab that into my stomach and pull out my kidneys. I don't like that. I think we both stand a fair chance because we are both just guys. He got a mustache. I can grab by both ends and slam his head to the ground. But otherwise, yeah. And also they have psychic powers, so I don't think there's much I can do against them. But who knows? Anything's possible. And these are all just. This is a muscly child. It's still a child, so I think he'll be fine. But I don't think I stand a chance against any muscled guy, especially one with 4 arms. So we're just gonna move on from there into Bellsprout. This one's just gonna try to run. It's like a leech. It's like a plant-based leech on my leg as I just smush it in between my thighs or something. Weeping Bell is just gonna try to use its big gaping jaw to try to seduce me into giving up, but again, it's just a stupid freaking fleshlight pear thing. It's not gonna be that scary. Victory Bell. It's got acid. It's like that plant, you know, if a bug falls into it, it gets dissolved. I don't remember what it's called, but it could potentially, if I'm really stupid and it sets itself up as a fake door and I walk into its mouth all unaware, then, you know, I probably wouldn't stand a chance. But otherwise, yeah, not gonna be that hard. Tentacool. He may be cool. He's also a jellyfish. Yeah, jellyfish aren't very people friendly. So one that has ability to spray a freaking fire hydrant's worth of water at you. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that one, Chief. This is also a rock. You know, I feel I can just chuck Geodude at something that's harder than it, and it would explode into pieces. But these two, I just, there's no shot. Like, unless I have like a power washer to just slowly whittle down at the crack, I don't think I stand much of a chance. But I do think there could be some instance where I could beat. This is a horse that is lined completely with fire. Yeah, there's no shot there. But I feel like with this one, maybe if I could punch it at the sides. But you know, the horses can kick. That's like a baby horse. So I feel like there's more of a chance. But no, against a full-grown horse made of flames, what do you expect to be done about a horse made out of flame? You can't expect much. We have Slowpoke. Slowpoke is literally just gonna sit there. And Slowbro, he's also just gonna sit there, but he's got a tail that might, you know, snap at you if you're trying to beat up its thing it's clinging to. So it might have a bit more of a problem. But they're literally just some stupid little, I don't even know what they are. What is this thing? It's a Slowpoke. Like, you can relate most of these things. This is a caterpillar. This is a bat. What the hell is a Slowpoke? It's just a loser. That's all that is. It's gonna lose the game. This thing, Magnemite. Its magnet's cool. I pull out my refrigerator and it sticks to it as I could beat it up senselessly. And Magneton, I get 3 refrigerators and it sticks to it, and then I could beat it up senselessly. Farfetch'd. I take its stick out of its stupid hand and I jab it into its mouth and it freaking dies. I really like Farfetch'd though, so I might have a bit of a problem killing it, but no, it's easy. It's so easy. Doduo. I focus on one face, the other one pecks at my ear and jabs my brain out. But I do think that I think 2 is potential. 3 is gonna be tougher, but I do think 3 would be a fair fight. I think Doduo in his other head is just gonna be looking at the sky. Look at it. It doesn't know what's happening. It's oblivious. It's stupid. It's dumb. Seal. Yeah, people do this for a living already. They take seals. No. People kill seals for a living. I don't know if you know this. Just get a baseball bat, and then it gets PTSD and just shrivels in fear as you know, do the deed. Dugong, slightly bigger seal, just need a slightly bigger bat, and there you go, problem solved. Grimer, I don't think you can really beat Grimer. I don't think it would just kind of meld into whatever you're trying to beat it with. I honestly don't think there's any chance of. I think it's just like the blob, you know, you just kind of. You try to punch it, it sucks you in. And Muck, yeah, there's no beating Muck. That's just too big. Like, that might like go down to your torso and it might just kind of tickle you, but Muck will completely consume you. This thing is gonna lick me as I just grab it by both sides of the shell and pry it open. Cloyster's got a little bit more defenses to stop that, but again, I just grab it by both ends and it's fucking done. Ghastly, it's a ghost, it's a ball of gas. I don't think I can hit a ball of gas, but I can vacuum it up. I run into my closet, I grab my tiny shop vac, and and it's fucking gone. It's out of here. But unless I don't, but you know, I need that chop back. So obviously, I mean, listen. You ever watch Ghostbusters? Ghostbusters solves exactly why none of these are that much of a threat. However, the less vacuum you have, the harder it is to take these things down, especially when they get bigger. So we'll give it that. Onyx, big snake rock. How are you gonna beat a big snake rock? I mean, unless you get like a nice, strong metal baseball bat and you swing it at one of the things and it snaps it off and it breaks into two. But then it's just gonna be two Onyxes. You know, that's tough. That's a tough fight. I don't think you can beat Onyx. Drowsy. This is just some stupid ant-eating child. If you can't beat a Drowsy, how are you gonna beat anything except maybe the fucking Caterpie? You know, I know that. Other than that, you're done, son. Hypno. He can hypnotize me to take the pants off. I'll get embarrassed and run away. So, but fairly even chance though. I think if I can get that freaking washer out of its hand, then I can do some damage to it. Crabby. Crab. I hate crabs. Don't like crabs. They hurt to step on. Or to get pinched by. And then King Wars is bigger crab, so bigger problems. Voltorb. You get close to it, it blows up. Electrode. You get close to it, bigger explosion. You can't win if you are in chunks, you know? I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Execute is a bunch of eggs. It's not cute at all. It's just a bunch of eggs. You just throw them. You get them split up. You just you slap one on the side of the table. And it just goops out like that one in the back. They just carry their dead friend with them as an explanation of how to beat them. It's not that hard. Executor probably can birth more executes on its tree or something. But otherwise, it's a tree. It's still pretty tough. But I mean, what's it gonna do? You just punch it in its fucking coconut faces and it's pretty much out cold. Cubone, that's a pretty hard exterior for his head. He's got a helmet on, but you know what's not? You know what's not protected? The entire rest of its stupid childlike body. Marowak has a much bigger weapon. Actually, one of the only things to have a weapon on this list, other than the frickin' spoon wielders, it's a big ass bone. That could do some damage. That could really do some damage. You guys also have weapons known as their martial artist bodies. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough. I do think I can take down something that kicks before it punches, just because, I mean, you know, look at its legs. It's got like springs for legs, and you lock something into that thing, it's done. It's done. Lickitung. I don't feel comfortable fighting a Lickitung, so I'd probably get very afraid of it and lose, but otherwise, I think I'd have a good shot. Coughing, once again, gas, but this is poisonous gas. You can't really stay around a coughing long enough to actually win, and you're just gonna sit there and slowly suffocate and die while it just goes at you, so yeah, pretty tough. And wheezing is just a further explanation of how tough that would be, because there's two of them. Rhyhorn, literal rhinoceros made of rock. Call it a rocknoceros. I mean, what are you gonna do against it? What are you gonna do? You're gonna hop on its back and ride it into a wall? So what? Dude's made of solid rock. How are you gonna take care of that? And this thing's just bigger. This thing's just a bigger, badder problem. We're getting into some territory where it's like, yeah, I mean, what do you expect me to do about Chansey? Chansey's literally just an egg holding an egg. You punch the egg, it goops, it cries, and kills itself. You win the long con, alright? That's how you beat freaking Chansey. Tangela, you just grab it by one end, you find one of its ends, you grab it, and you run. And you unloop Tangela. And then it's just one big noodle of a Tangela with some shoes left behind. Easy to beat. Kangaskhan, dinosaur kangaroo. Kangaroo is already one of the hardest animals to fight in real life, so you combine it with a dinosaur and another one that can mega evolve inside of its little pouch. You're not beating a Kangaskhan. It's literally just a not rock, but still just as challenging Rhyhorn. Or Rhydon. That's Rhyhorn. That's Rhydon these nuts. Bow! Horsey, seahorse. You can find it, you can punch it. Seadra, seahorse. You can find it, you can punch it. But with more spikes, so a little bit harder. Goldeen, goldfish. Sea King, bigger goldfish. You just put it in a plastic bag and forget to feed it for 2 days and it's dead. That's the game. Staryu, just starfish. Just Starmie, bigger starfish with gem for face. Slightly harder. Mr. Mime, it can't hit, it just won't. It's a mime. Mimes have a pacifism clause in their contracts before they can become true mimes. No one knows this because no one has ever talked to a mime. You have to be a mime in order to know that contract. Am I a mime? No. I stole it. Stole it from a mime. We have a Scyther. Scyther's, I mean, it's a bug, so obviously, you know, probably not going to be that terrifying, but it's also got big freaking scythes and wings. Yeah, no, you're not winning against that. Jinx, it's a woman. You punch this thing, they go to freaking TMZ, they say, hey, that guy's trying to kill me. We go to the police, I guess, maybe not TMZ. Unless they want to, you know, crush your record and just make you an outcast in society. They will go to TMZ, otherwise they just go to the police. But I don't think it's going to be that hard to beat them up. This thing is just a child that can shock you, but it's also kind of feral. I think I might have a chance. I fucking hate Magmar, and just go up there. I mean, it's a child made of fire, and it looks stupid, so I'm going to be just too upset and not wanting to punch it, because I just don't want to go near it. Pinsir, big bug with horns and teeth. Probably pretty tough. Taurus. It's, you know, people fight bulls for a living. You know how they do it? With red. Your weakness is the color red. Get out of here. I guess eat some red. Run it into a wall. Your skull can only last so many wall smack. Magikarp. It's a fish. Just don't want to evolve into this freaking absolute monster. And then you'll be fine. Lapras. It's got a shell. It's the Loch Ness Monster. If you can even find it, maybe you can kill it. But it's going to be pretty hard to find. Ditto will probably just morph into you, and you'll be fighting yourself. It's simple. You just get really unhealthy, go up to the Ditto, you go to fight it, it transforms into you, and then you run away and get super buff and come back and kick its stupid ass. It's easy. Eevee. It has no potential. It's stupid. It's dead. It's easy. Vaporeon. It's the most fuckable Pokemon. Is that how that works? I don't remember the meme, but it's not gonna hurt you that well. Not gonna hurt you that much at all. It's just some stupid fish dog. What's it gonna do? Nothing. Jolteon. It might hurt actually. Flareon will hurt. Not actually. Just will hurt. Porygon. It's a lot of edges, a lot of rough, sharp edges, and it's also made of metal. Even though it's not a steel type, it is technology, so obviously it has to be made of metal, right? So but you find its USB port, you plug in like a freaking porn link, and then boom, viruses aplenty. Nothing to worry about with Porygon. Omastar, Ammonite, Omastar, yes, Ammonite, Omastar. It's just a stupid freaking hermit crab looking squid thing. It's fine. This thing's much bigger with much weirder teeth, but you know, you can just don't get too close to it. Just get a little poking stick. Not a little poking stick, a big poking stick and go. It'll be fine. Nothing to worry about at all. Kabuto. It's just a stupid horseshoe crab. You flip it over, it's dead. There was a whole thing at the aquarium that I went to as a kid. I was like, please flip over the horseshoe crabs. If you see it flipped over, it needs your help. Like, how do you evolve to be something that needs help? Like, that's just sad. That is a sad existence. Kabutop. This is rock scyther, which arguably make it harder to fight. Aerodactyl. It's a freaking pterodactyl in the air. It's already in the air. That name is stupid, but it's a powerhouse to fight, I assume. But if you just grab it by the wings, you already know. You can just slam it into the ground. It's fine. It'll be fine. Snorlax, just a big fat sleepy guy. That's it. Articuno, big bird, yes. Can you grab it by both of its wings and slam it into the ground? Oh yeah, not that much of a problem. So what if it's cold? That just fuels you. That just keeps you wanting to smack it. This thing will kill you. This thing will kill you. This thing will also kill you. This thing, just squish it. This thing, fair enough, honestly. Yeah, fair enough. This thing, I mean, you grab by both of its wings, but I don't think you're going to be slamming this thing down to the ground anytime soon. It's got too much bulk on the bottom. And it's going to be rough beating that thing. Actually, no, I don't even think you can, to be honest. This, Mewtwo. Oh, Mewtwo. It will psychically have sex with, and that'll just traumatize you forever. There's no way you're beating Mewtwo. Mew, on the other hand, just a stupid child. Grab it by the tail, and you slam it into the ground. There's no reason to worry about a Mew. Mewtwo might have some problems, but Mew, nothing at all. Nothing to see. No problem. So there's my list. If you are any of these Pokemon, maybe even these Pokemon, don't ever contact me. But if you're any of these Pokemon, you know where to find me. Come get me. Thank you all for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye now.